Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's Ruth Marquise. Your favorite realtor. Welcome to the Ruth and Relationships Show. I am your host, Ruth Marquise, aka your favorite realtor, aka your favorite credit specialist, aka your love negotiator. I help men and women relate, get into quality relationships that lead to quality families, that lead to quality communities, that lead to quality legacies. Let's build. All right. If you're watching us, make sure you like this video. If you're on YouTube, let all your friends know we are here. We are here. Today's topic, trying to change a man. Where you at, Facebook? Let's pull up Facebook today. And also all my Instagram people gotta watch on YouTube today because it's Fun Friday. Yes. That means Emmanuel will be interrupting us today. It's gonna be fun. So you never know what he gonna do. So it's live. You never know with a live show. All right, let's see what's going on. If you're on here, say hi. If you're watching this on the replay, hashtag replay. We love to hear your comments. All right, cool. Bet. All right, cool. So today we're gonna talk about should you try to change a man and the Will and Jada slap. I promise you it's gonna tie in together. All right, so let's dig into it. Here we go. So you know what I wanted to if one more thing. Let me pull up YouTube because maybe I can't see the comments for YouTube. Give me a second. While y'all on here, if you on here, ooh, that's what? Ooh, it's live, child. On YouTube. While y'all on here, if you on here, ooh. And it's always a delay. Okay, so I just want to make sure I got all my comments together and stuff. So I ain't trying to miss nothing. All right, thank you for subscribing. I see y'all. Yes. Here we go. All right. Is it a good idea to try to change a man? There's a saying. When men get into when men are getting married, men hope and pray that that woman never changes. That means they're taking you as you are. But of course we change. And women get into a marriage hoping and wishing that he changes. Hoping and praying that he changes. Okay. So it's not even like one person is doing this, it's like a thing with us, right? It's a thing with women now. Where do I get my understanding of the world and all of that stuff like that? My name is Ruth Marquise. If you're new to my channel, and I was married at 19, and I was done with that relationship by 31. It was I had 3 children from that. I have a 4th child after the fact. And I was in that relationship for like 17 years. I could see how my thinking was not exactly the way it is now. I could look back at myself a year ago or 2 years ago, and I was like, you totally had a totally different mindset. Still marriage material, but still not understanding. Like I didn't understand it was women on this, women on the side, and men on this side. But when you have that understanding of men, you have not like this double benefit of okay, I understand men, but I also understand women, and I am learning to understand. We are very complicated and complex, and all of those things. And it's okay. And men love us for it. I don't want to date no woman because y'all is too much for me. Sorry, that's too much. I can't take it. I wouldn't want to date me, right? No, I'm cool. I'm cool though, right? But it's just like the if we go with our natural selves and we never correct and we never we never think we're wrong, we never apologize, we never do all of these things, it's going to make it pretty hard to deal with us. It makes it hard, but they still love us. Good job, men. They still care about us and they go smack some people for us. So we're going to talk about the slap, but first let's talk about should you even try to change a person, because I spent a lot of years and a lot of tears thinking that I could change a man. And one thing I got out of my situation was you can't change a person. And then I got into a different situation and I was like, did I try to change him too? It's like you take it or leave it. That's why when you're going through the dating process, you have to find what you can deal with for the rest of your life. I'm going to say it again. You need to find what you can deal with for the rest of your life. If you don't like the truth, then you're not going to be on here long. But if you do like the truth, whether it tickles your ears or not, then you're going to rock with me. I understand. I know. You don't know yet, but you're going to let me. All right. So now you can't change a man unless he wants to change. I want y'all to debate me. Like, oh yeah, he going to change for me. Oh yeah, he ain't never had a woman as fine as me. Oh, he ain't never had a man with a woman like looking as good as me. Oh, he gonna love me. Oh, when I put it on him, he gonna, baby, you playing yourself. Because me as a woman, um, they listen, they like me a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie. I ain't got a big head. They like me and it's okay, but I can't change them. If a man says, I'm not ready to be in a relationship, let's go with the flow. Right? I'm not ready for a relationship. I just want to just chill for right now. If you want to be a serious woman, if you're marriage minded, you need to walk away. I would walk away. I would walk away from a situation where somebody is just getting out of a marriage or somebody's just getting out of a jail or whatever. Like, I don't care who you think. You could be a whole pastor coming out of jail. Bruh. Nah, I'm good. It sounds extreme, but I actually had this conversation. Right? Because men only change when they want to change. They're not going to change because they could change because of a woman, but they won't change because the woman made them change. Y'all see the difference? They're not going to change because of a woman, but they're going to change because they're going to change because maybe they have that woman, they want to be better for her. But it's not going to be because that woman said you must change. So that's not how it's going to be. All right. And so if you're on here, say hi. Now, if you have any questions, let me know. So I need you to, if you are if you're on one level and you're like, listen, I want to get married, I want to have children, I want to do all of these things. And if a guy told me he didn't want kids, I would be like, you have a nice life, my friend. It's like, what? You got kids and you want more? I sure do. With my husband, I do. Right. And that's always something I wanted to do. And it's okay. And you have your preference. And if that person can't keep their options open, or if somebody's not going to change, but we're not going to be childless, as we're not going to do. Because a lot of times people break down for that reason, or people cheat for that reason, or like certain things it's non-negotiables. And you got to start being tougher and be like, look, maybe we're just not the right kind of fit. You can't think it's the one. There's only the one. I'm like, I used to have that kind of mindset. There's one man that could change everything. I was like, you know what? It's not working for me. I'm flexible. That's not working for me. God has whoever he has for me, but he showed me something different. I used to always be like, why do guys always? No, let me ask you, God, do y'all think that there is such a thing called the one? You know, I got my tangents. Do you think that there's such a thing called the one? There's only one person in the entire world that is going to be the right person for you. Do you think there's only one, the one? One, the one. One, the one. Okay? Because my thing is like, if that be the case, right? Then I thought y'all had free will though. I thought you could choose. God can't make you marry that person. So maybe he has a best and second best and all that stuff like that, but I don't know about this. This is so I sometimes you have to question what you really, believe, okay? So, if you try to manipulate a man to make him do what you want, I promise you from experience, it's going to backfire. And we don't see manipulation like, okay, when we cry, it's manipulation sometimes. Come on. If you're crying to vent your feelings out, that's one thing. But if you're crying as a woman to get your way, that is called manipulation. Y'all not going to speak to me. That is called manipulation. And somebody had to check me on it. And I was like, you know what? I ain't got to cry no more. It's cool. Thank you for explaining that to me. Your tears don't move me. I said, like, what? It's like, first of all, why? It's like I personally feel like I'm begging. So I ain't gonna beg. I got my low ego going. I ain't begging nobody for nothing. I just move accordingly. I see how you move and I move accordingly. And that's it. Because my best, hey Ty. He says, hey there, what is the meaning of manipulation, please? Manipulation is getting somebody to do what you want them to do. Ooh. That is my definition. And I can look it up. I can give you let's Google. We can Google right now. Manipulation. So I'm trying to get into it today. All right. I guess you have to put manipulate in here. Okay, well you can't say manipulation. You gotta say manipulate. I got you, fam. Hold up. Because we handle or control typically in a skillful manner. Okay, handle or control typically in a skillful manner. You are handling him. I was told, oh, you can't get your husband to do what you want him to do. I was like, what do you mean? You don't know how to use your feminine wiles? Keisha says, good morning. Good morning, Keisha. How are you? Yes. So, absolutely. Manipulation is your attempt to control or handle. Another one is control or influence a person or situation cleverly, unfairly, and unscrupulously. Unscrupulously. You never know how you gonna pronounce it live, right? Unscrupulously. So your tears, you're trying to change his mind with your tears. Oh, you don't love me. Somebody told me that a long time ago. When I heard that, I was like, oh, if you love me, then if you say something like that, you're manipulating that person. I don't care if it's your kids. Parents use manipulation all the time. When it comes to marketing and stuff, people are manipulating your mind. They making you feel like you're being left out. What is called FOMO, fear of missing out. They play upon your fears and your emotions. Have you ever called Terminix? Why? If you called them and you had a problem, right? And they was like, I think one time a while ago, they was like, I was like, I need to, I saw one roach, right? And she was like, if you saw one roach in the daytime, you have an infestation problem. You need us right away. And then she started going into the details of, I was like she was using fear to manipulate me. A lot of times we have to be careful as real estate agents because we don't want to have the fear of we don't want to manipulate people into buying a home when they're not ready to buy a home because the market's going to do this and the market's going to do that. You need to get in before the interest rates go up, this and that. But sometimes it's different between facts. Like sometimes it's real. Sometimes it's about to happen and you can see it happening, right? But you're making people do what they wouldn't have normally done. That's influence. That's when you buying something, you're watching a show. Next thing you know, bam, you on the phone, calling. Like we used to call back in the day, right? Give my credit card. That is so old. All right, so we good on the manipulate. So when you are manipulating, you're using sex, you're using tears, you're using but if I'm gonna leave you, all of that. It's gonna tie in. I promise. All right. You got to learn how to leave people alone that don't want to change. If you have to do all of that to change him, then you should probably not be with him. If you have to do all of that to change her, then you should probably not be with her. And men manipulate with money, status, power. They manipulate by trying to make them look good. Come on. Men can do it to women, women can do it to men. But this emotional manipulation, right? All right, so I wanted to talk about the slap now. All right, let's talk about this damn slap that won't go nowhere. This is our celebrity corner, okay? So, Will and Jada. So when I talk about manipulation, it goes right hand in hand. If you were ever with a narcissist, if you are ever dealt with a narcissistic person, then you know what you see on the surface is not everything. So for all my people like, oh, he was defending his woman. What's wrong with that? First of all, when you go into a workplace, I remember the girls, oh wait, y'all didn't hear the story? Story time, hold up. Y'all ready for story time? Y'all know to bring popcorn. Come on. I used to work at Taco Bell when I was a teenager. Willow Grove Mall. Never forget it. It's not there no more. They were jealous of me, of course. It's not new or whatever. And they decided one day that they were going to jump me. They was gonna come and intimidate me at work. Oh God, he coming. I'm scared. Emmanuel was coming, y'all. So wait, go back. So they came to my job where I work, where I get my little money. I'm only a teenager. What would you think I was gonna do? You're gonna stare me down. And I was like, oh, here we go. I already knew what it was. See, I was in the suburbs forever. I was born in North Philly and I went to West Philly. So I already knew what it was. So I was like, here we go. These girls is looking me down. It's three of them in the job. It's three of them outside the job. And they come in like sticking their foot up, like, who is she looking at? Where is she doing all of that? And I was like, you lucky I'm at work. That's all I said. Yo, I was never afraid of anybody, man. Yo, I was never afraid of anybody. It's so crazy because I'm like, bro, you think you're the first person to try to jump me, bro? I have a process. I have a procedure, okay? When I was in the middle school, the girls try to, I should have saved this one for another day, right? They try to, you can hear them murmur like, yeah, you go fight her and we gonna, as soon as she hits you, we all gonna get in. And I was like, y'all could, I was running my mouth at the, when after a while, I was like, hit me first. I was like, I found my little strategy. I was like, you hit me. You know, you hit me. No, you hit me. We kept doing this for 30 minutes. Everybody getting on a bus. And then I was like, you know what? I'm tired. I hit her and then I pushed her twice and she ain't do nothing. I was like, because my mom was like, I'm gonna tell all them girls, line it up. Y'all can line it up. Y'all ain't finna jump me today. I'm gonna take y'all one by one. Yeah. I don't know about how far that would have went. That would have been good. It probably would have got me good. But I avoided that. Anyway, back to Taco Bell, okay? Back to Taco Bell, and the girls try to get me at work. I thought that was so unfair. This is where I make my money. I feel like we need to be respectful. Hold up. You know, we need to be respectful. So when it will hit this man at work on live TV, I was like, yo, this is like a controlled environment and you're doing the most. So I was automatically like, professionalism was first. And then I was like, oh, but he was defending his wife. And then I was like, oh, but what if she had cancer? Why would you make fun of a black woman's hair? I just had to tell this white lady not to touch my hair the other day. She was a grandma. I handled her, but I had to let her know, ma'am, what's the fascination? She's like, you can touch my hair. I was like, all right, grandma. And we had a nice little conversation after the fact. But you don't touch a black woman's head, and apparently you can't talk about it or you go get smacked. So anyway, he smacked him at work, walked off, and he was like, yeah, right? It's no, you know, there's no security guards. I don't see none of these things happen. So how's that fair? The boy actually has a job to do. Then he has to go back and get himself together. So then I kind of felt bad for Chris. But then I was like, well, why did she look at him? Why? And when the laugh happened, I was like, well, why did he laugh? Then look at her to get her approval. That was a beta move because it was like, yo, y'all men, one thing I've learned, I've been on this for so many months, and my kids even like, mom, she was being emotional, right? Like, I used to hate when men say emotional. Like, what's wrong with being emotional? But I realized when you're emotional, you're not thinking straight. When you're emotional, you're gonna do things as a man. It's even worse because you can see what happens when you're emotional. You have to keep your calm. You have to keep your cool. And I was telling y'all on multiple shows before, I was like, do y'all notice that when you're when a man is you're doing all of this to a man, he's not that guy that's yelling back at you is being emotional. But the guy that I respect, they stay calm. Like, I ain't gonna get into this with you. I don't know what you need to lower your voice. They can keep their composure. Are you done? Are you? If I ever did that back in the day, if somebody did that to me, I just like, you know what? I saw her, right? Because that was the mature thing to do. Going off your emotions. Nah, I'm cool. So Ty says, what's the word? That's the word I was waiting for. Unfairly between men and women do it unfairly because of secret motive there. Yeah. And so with the yelling part, I'm gonna get back to that. With the yelling part, right? So let's say a man is, make sure you're subscribed to my YouTube channel, guys, and hit the like button, please, to help me with the algorithm. So with the yelling part, let's just say the woman's da, 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 da. That's between woman and man, right? And he yelled back, don't do that, Emmanuel. I knew he was going to do that today. Y'all pray for me, okay? Do it again, pow pow. I'm not playing. You want pow pow? Sorry, guys. So he took over my phone and then Emmanuel's being emotional. I ain't raising him like that, y'all. I am not raising this boy like that. And that's why I changed. I was like, wait a minute, hold up. I can't be team woman all the time, every time, and still raise a young man. That's not going to work. All right. So if a woman is doing that, and a man goes back to this, the experts say that is an act of aggression. That's an act of violence to a woman. Have you ever realized when a man raises his voice, that woman, it's either fight or flight. It's like, yo, why would you yell at me like that? Why would you yell at me like that? Well, you raise your voice. I said, but still, now I'm scared, right? Or the woman's gonna man up and she gonna act very masculine and start getting in his face and start doing all of those things that if you're a feminine woman, you're like, nah, I ain't doing all that, bro. I'm good. If we got to argue about this crazy, then I just ain't gonna talking to you. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Big boy, watch it. Pow pow. Pow pow. Mommy no play. Go. Give me my phone. Give me. That's all I gotta do. Give me my phone. Give me. I want it. Give me. Go. All right. So here we go. Sorry, guys. All right. So he says, why is it for a woman to act out or be emotional? But is that exactly? You're right, Ty. I didn't say it was fair. But you know in your soul that if you act up like this woman, that it's not gonna go well. So y'all have to have that reservation about you. You have to decide, like, because when the way we grew up, right, is like a man is never supposed to hit a woman. Yes or no? He's never, no matter what she does, he's never supposed to hit a woman. Why? Because she ain't hit you. She was just talking. Right? So when a man is going ahead and so basically what I said was a woman is not hitting him. So but sometimes y'all be hitting them. And I told y'all not to hit them. And I told y'all not to yell at them. I had to come to my own conclusion of I'm not going to yell at you because I don't want you to yell at me. But we keep doing stuff that's unfair. We fight dirty. I'm being honest as a woman. We fight dirty. We talk about your pappy. They go far with it. Am I right or wrong? I didn't say it was fair, Ty. I was just saying this is how women feel. This is how the emotional reaction. The science has proven that the emotional reaction from the women is that they get fearful. That if you yell right back at them the way you yell at, my ex used to always tell me, he's like, I have never yelled at you the way you. I can see me. It's so true. I was like, you have raised your voice. No, if you're gonna know. He said you're gonna know when I yell at you. I was cracking up like, yo, I don't know what to say about this. So it's true. And I was like, yo, he got a point. And that's why he said it's not about gender, it's about being human. Exactly. If you don't, I mentioned this in my example about if I'm a boss and I have an employee, I can't talk to them any kind of way. You shouldn't be yelling at a grown person as a boss. You shouldn't be yelling at them because they're a human being. And I am on your side, Ty. I am telling women that you cannot yell at your man. Oh, but it get heated. Well, control yourself. Try very hard and just try to minimize those times until you can decide, listen, let me stop, because I told you, yo, I was watching a video and it changed my life. But it changed my whole life. When he said it changed my whole thinking chain. He said that woman be saying stuff, and he's like, my ex, I wanted to punch her teeth down her throat. And I was like, at first I was like, I put all these things together. I was like, first I was like, how could he? How could he want to punch a woman by the stuff that she was saying? And then I was like, wait a minute. Jordan Peterson talks about this. Like, there's a beast in every man. Every man has the possibility, if you piss him off at the, like, to the core, he could kill someone with his bare hands. Women don't think like this. We are innocent, y'all. Y'all just have to believe me on that one. We innocent. We do some dirty stuff. Like, we, but we innocent. Okay. I'm the when I say love negotiator, I know what I'm saying. Okay. Because I am one of them. I ain't defending myself and them and y'all at the same time. It's a hard job. Okay. Can I? It's not easy. I didn't say we were right. But I was grateful that he didn't yell at me. So I was like, you got to control yourself. If sometimes I used to have to walk away from the talk. I used to be, it's to bother me so bad. I was like, you know what? I'm not going to talk to you right now. This is adult shit. Sorry. This is adult stuff. I'm not going to talk to you right now because I cannot hold my composure the way I need to talk to you. So if a man ever tell you that he can't talk to you right now, sis, walk away. I'm not promoting violence. So if that's between a man and a woman, a man and a man, it's like men know the threat of violence. I didn't know this until I was listening to one of the Kevin Samuels lives. Like, women, we don't understand the threat of violence that we are around. We don't get it. I'm like, why y'all gotta have a gun? Or why y'all gotta do this all the time? Why y'all do it? Until y'all get got, and then you're like, oh my God, I can't believe this happened to me. But the men knew it was real. Don't go outside at such and such time by yourself. They know that their threat assessment. What's it? Assessment. Their threat assessment is accurate. If I'm on a date, I'm gonna be like, you want to sit and look at the door? These little things, y'all better pick up on it. You want to look at the door? Okay, I'm gonna let you have that seat because if I want to be protected, I gotta provide the vehicle so you can protect me. You know what I mean? That's just me. What y'all gotta say, Facebook? Monet says, good morning. Hey, good morning. Good morning. Oh my gosh, y'all. It does my heart so well to be like, yo, we was on Facebook. Now we on YouTube and Facebook. But not Instagram, because the man was on that today. All right, so what we got? He says, all right, here we go. And I tell men, I said, I try to explain it every time this pops up. I said, please, if you can try not to yell back at her. I know she's yelling at you, but she don't really understand. She thinks she's protected. She doesn't really understand the threat assessment that she has. You are dealing with a man that is bigger than you. You are dealing with a man that is strong. I don't care how skinny he look. When he start balling his fist, like, I hate when I had to change my oil. And I just be like, had to ask the guy next to me, can you please open this? My hand strength ain't there. I'm gonna work on it at the gym. This happened to me last week. I was like, damn it, I gotta ask a man. And I'll be getting there, boy. I get in that car, I grab anything, and I try to twist that oil because I never let the car I never let it be cold. So I think it jams up on you when it's like that. But I used to do that as a back in the day when I was driving Uber. Always had to put oil in my car. That's how I lost my car, because I ain't put enough oil in that thing. So it's always a problem. Anyway, pause. Shout out to Natalie for these beautiful roses. Thank you, baby. Yeah, she sent me some roses because my mom passed the other day. All right, so yeah, back to it. So we have to be careful. So I always tell them, I said, I know it's not fair, but if you can try to not yell back at her, because you are the example as the man. And if you act like a certain level, then she's going to continue to act that way. She's justified. So that's why you have to keep it at. She said no oil in the car. Yes, honey. It's hard. It's like, because I know I'm had that fight. Yes. Where y'all at YouTube? All right. So can I get some likes on YouTube? Y'all should go there and like it. All right. So he says, if we can, Ty says, if we can't communicate meaning, talking, and responding at no point of being together, and I know that's what women say. Oh, okay, okay. It's no point in being together. If we can't communicate meaning, talking, and responding, it's no point of being together. And I know this is what women say, but I'm just giving a male's perspective. And I'm guilty of yelling and not talking, but I learned that everyone has something inside of them that they are dealing with, and not at this time. And it's going to go smoothly. All right. So with the yelling part, I'm gonna take the yelling part. The yelling part is when you finally give into yelling as a man, then you're being emotional, and this is why they stay like, I'm not gonna yell back at her. Woman, you got one more time. Woman, you got one more time, and then you be like, I'm leaving, and then she want to start, no, you better not leave, all that drama. But you don't want to be emotional that yelling, because I realized that's why I was like, it was in the middle of a situation in real estate where the guy was being so sexist with me. He was like, oh, because I know you're a woman and you're gonna you're gonna be emotional about this, and then he's coming at me. I'm like, sir, first of all this arguing and stuff, you can save all of that, because I don't deal. I told him he was being too emotional, because I realized in that moment, anger is an emotion. I speak with passion on here, but I don't speak like this. Like, anger is an emotion. So if anger is an emotion, then you're emotional too. So you have to chill and actually, because what happens is, if a real estate, and that's why all real estate agents are not the same. If y'all doing this and y'all doing that and y'all both got an ego, nobody's getting paid. So I don't got time for that. So I just be like, if you're going to yell at me, we might as well dead the deal now, because I don't deal in yelling and drama. I have said this multiple times to agents. They straighten right the hell up, because I don't work like that. I'm not going to do anything. Now I'm working against you. You really want to not get paid? I'm going to work against you. I'm going to blow the whole damn thing up. You know how many times I had make sure everybody was good and I wasn't good, I wasn't getting paid? I can do that for you, sir. But I ain't going to help you get paid and you disrespect me. That's not going to happen. So keep your emotions in check, and keep your little girl talk. Oh, you a woman, and I know you're going to do that. Yeah. She said that, Keisha says that was nice of Natalie. Yes, it made my day. I picked it up at work. Thank you, boo. So yeah. Absolutely. So let's get back to the smack, okay? I know that people are getting a flack about why would an agent. Oh, she said, why would an agent be yelling though, girl? Because they crazy. Because wait, this white lady. Y'all think black people are the only people that act a mess? This white lady got in the parking lot one day, and I think it was a closer. She's like, "Y'all gonna give me my check? Y'all gonna give me my check?" I was like, "What in the?" Karen went off. When it's about money, oh yeah, people go crazy. You would not be surprised. You would be surprised. But people that are actually busy in real estate don't act like that. Like, if a deal blows up, they either get used to it, or because basically, y'all, we are commission only. So if a deal blows up, you get zero. For all that you've done, you get nothing. But what I've realized, honestly, is sometimes I'll get a referral out of that. I always get paid somehow, some way. And it's okay when it happens. For me, I have like a 99. Like, we pre-approved, we is closing. I don't know what to tell you. We closing. If everybody want to close, it's closing. But all of this, the emotional stuff, if I was emotional like everybody else, I would lose a lot of deals. There was one guy was like, this is the third time we're doing this. I tell you, he was so emotional. My goodness. I was like, when is this going to be over? This is that, I don't hate saying beta, but beta behavior. It was like, oh my gosh, every little thing was like all of the guys though. No, it be the guys that you really think that's going to be tough. And I'm like, bro, I know, I understand you don't know who you're dealing with, but I got this. Don't worry. Wait, because if this is wrong, then that's not happening, and that's not happening, and that's not happening. And I don't know if I should shoot you. They be doing all of this, and I'm like, you can calm down now. I got this, because I'm not being emotional with them. I take them through. I said, all we got to do is this, that, and that. Did you realize that we just negotiated all the way up to the end of this contract? Therefore, nothing can happen. That's unless something crazy happens that we already at the finish line. Do you understand that part? Yeah. Okay. From then on, we're all good. So I be calming the men down. So women, if you want to go ahead and make more, if you want to make some more dollars with your skills, this is the people skill that you want to do. You want to be a little more logical and know when to be emotional, right? But then when it comes to my kid, oh my god, in 16 years you're gonna go to college. That's what I told them. They're like, you are so sentimental. Like when you get to know me, you'll be like, oh my gosh, in 16 years. We'll be crying and everything. I have with my daughter. She's 5. I gave her a bed. I was like, one day you're gonna leave me. You're gonna leave me. So we've been counting down all these years. By the time she got 16, it's like, girl, you still here? Girl, you still here? Child, we good. All right. So that's why, and for the people that say, oh, he was defending his wife and all of that, we understand that he was defending his wife, but at the same time, a look should not make you go from I'm a man 1 second to be like, yo, I'm gonna do whatever this woman tell me to do. Like I'll run, like just over words. It's just as a woman who y'all say y'all want alpha males, right? Because y'all gotta pick a side, okay? Now you get on my nerves. Pick a side. You either want an alpha male, a sigma male, or you want Mr. Super Duper nice guy, right? That you could walk all over to that point. That's what I think beta is. I don't think beta is like something that's neutral. I think he's all the way to that point. So he do whatever you say. There's like on a beta, you isn't like if you were a beta, then he'll let you cheat. And I was like, oh damn, y'all got some extreme betas out here. So yeah, absolutely. So a look should not tell you. And so that's why I said, if you dealt with a narcissist before, women can be narcissists. If you had a narcissistic mother, it's all about them. It's about whatever they want. You do whatever she say. So in this is what this whole thing reminds me of. And I want to move forward. It reminds me of when you have a narcissistic mother and y'all know what it's like in the house, but in public, she look at you and you know how your parents look at you and you know to act right. That's what it looked like when she gave him a look. Like, you know what I mean? That she was not displeased and he act on it. And I know it sounds super romantic and all of that, but like I said, if it has something to do with the like him being more emotional, then that was the mistake. That was the mistake. All right. But I knew what time it was when he said it, because it was this guy called Mr. Let Go. He's been talking about how Jada Pinkett Smith has been messing with Will for like the last year. He's been like, I'm like, yo, I never thought of her that way. But I'm like, I don't know. It seemed like you're right. And I was like, this was the icing on the cake for me. All right, let's keep going. But this is what happened when you want to change people. Oh, that last point where I want to say is, she loved this Tupac guy, and I don't understand this whole letter that her daughter wrote about Tupac. Oh, can you please come back? And then you publicize it? That's so embarrassing. So even me on the show, I am I'm not talking about what I'm going through right now in my situation, my relationship. I'm not doing that. So if you're doing all that for clout, then I don't know what to tell you, miss. You really don't care about your relationship. You really don't. Now he says, Tyrone, Ty says, now I check myself. But now let me ask you a question. Isn't it much better when you are in a relationship with somebody and y'all could talk things out, and versus y'all raising y'all voice and y'all never getting nowhere? That's just like hitting your head against the wall for me, all that arguing back and forth. Because in my mind, I'm like, we're not supposed to argue. Like, we're going to have differences, but arguing does not have to happen. Either he's going to back down or I'm going to back down. But we have to have the pattern of somebody backing down and us getting to a conclusion, or we both back down. It can't be, I'm a man. No, I'm a man. No, I'm a man. No, that's why these guys are telling us to stop being masculine. I just say it. Now I check myself before I engage into a bad atmosphere or bad confrontation because I want to be heard and I know the other person wants to be heard as well. And we can come to a resolution or to a resolve. The new stuff gets me. The new stuff just gets me. All men are alpha. Exactly. Isn't it annoying when they say they're beta? It's just because you're nice to a woman that you're beta. I don't like it. I understand. But it is a terminology that they are using. So and no, all men are not the same. Ty, all men are not the same. There's some men that will be like, it's whatever. I don't know. Because I like that stuff, so I can't speak against what I like. Come on, that don't make sense for me. It's to my advantage. I'd be stupid. What? Come on, better me all day. Come on. But then I need you to step up and be that alpha. So that's why we have this issue. All right. But Sigmas are in the middle. All right. So let me show y'all this. I wonder if y'all could see this. Okay. I got something for y'all. Hold up. All right, we're gonna share our screen. All right, so this is the letter I'm talking about. Arguments by Candace. This is the dude. I watched this guy. I don't agree with everything he says, but what I will say is, hold on. I think this is it. Window. All right, cool. Here we go. I don't agree with everything MTR says because he's kind of like slighted towards men and a little red pillish for me. And that just means like, all right, so let me explain this real quick. Our society is mostly like, oh, I think I've hit the wrong screen. Our society is mostly like geared towards women. Yeah, do y'all agree with me? It's whatever women want. It's whatever women have to say. It's just whatever. Let's be so sensitive and let's act like men are the bad guy. That's the part I don't like. I really don't like that part. So when we are telling men to be more masculine, it's because society wants them to be more feminine. What happened was women became more masculine and men have become more feminine. Argue that with me. Men have not become more feminine. You got to be more sensitive, and you got to talk about your feelings, and you got to do everything my girlfriend does for you to be a good man to me. But then that makes you beta. But why are you not alpha? Well, why are you this and that? It's like y'all come. So yeah. So here we go. In a society that wants to emasculate men, I definitely understand. I have a son, so I have a different perspective. He said, explain that, please. Yes, men, okay, it's okay for a man to be more sensitive. I agree with that stuff. But you can't want men to act exactly like women. That doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense for somebody that totally has a different genetic makeup to act like somebody else that's a totally different genetic makeup. We have different hormones. We're gonna be in our feelings, and we don't want him crying with us. So who said that yesterday? We don't want the man crying with us. If I cry and then you cry together, wait, is that a song? I cry, you cry, we cry together. It's a lie. We don't want you to cry. We don't want you to cry. We want you to stay strong for us. We want y'all to hold it together. That doesn't mean you don't get to cry, but you gonna cry in public, and whether it's on my lap, whether it's on my shoulder, but we're not sitting here crying together in situations is hard. No, that you gonna cry because of your stuff, but you're not gonna cry because of my stuff. Then I feel like you don't have no solution for me. And then if you have no solution for me, I might as well be with my girlfriend. It's okay to be a man. It's okay. A lot of people be like, I don't like this person because the way they talk. I'm like, but if you had a dad that talked like that, you'd be like, that's just how men are. That's how they talk. It is what it is. Either receive the truth or don't. But if you're going to tell me that I only can receive the truth if you put Kool-Aid and sugar in it, then that's the only way. If you're kissing my butt, that's the only way I'm going to receive the truth. Then that's you're not getting the truth. You're getting that watered down version. That's why they talk about Joel Osteen all the time, because they're like, oh, he's like a good example of it though. They're like this watered down version of it. Sometimes you need the cold, hard truth. That's it. He said, but if we do it, doesn't mean we are lesser. No, you can cry. That's why I said, let's say, okay, here's my thing. You're not lesser of a man. Because I said you can cry. If I am like, oh my gosh, oh my God, my life is crazy, this and that. I cried over my keys. I told y'all I cried over my keys. I lost my key. I was working. I didn't eat. I didn't anything. My hormones are high. I'm high in testosterone because I was working all day. And then I got 2 minutes to find my keys, or I'm late to pick up my son. And I would start crying. And I was like, in my mind, I'm like, guys will laugh at me right now if I'm crying. If you cry because of the keys too, then what the heck? I need you to be like, girl, if you don't just find the keys, look where you were. Like, we need that balance. Women like the balance, right? Women like when men are dominant. They do like it. Why do y'all act like y'all don't? The only people that don't like when men are down, I'm not saying take over you and take over your emotions and tell you exactly what to do, but you like when they're stern and firm. And he be like, no. And he put his foot down, you be like, damn it, I really wanted my way, but got you, babe, right? You're like, I respect that. If you really being real. But if it's a power trip, you're gonna be pissed because you're like, I went my way, you want your way, and it's always got to be the woman's way. Now that's the only woman that would not want her man to stand up and be a man. I'm not saying that we should be doormats as a woman. That's why I said the 2 alpha is too much for me, because it's like, you don't ever consider my feelings or what I want. If you don't consider what I want and you're not sensitive to my needs, then we're probably not going to be together that long. He said, we got to take a commercial break. Give me the back. Is he that loud? I'm sorry. I apologize. Yeah. So yeah, it's okay. All right. He got it. Hopefully y'all can hear me better now. I'm turn this volume up. All right, cool. All right. So we good. Everybody good? Does that make sense what I'm saying? Women may not admit to it, but I'm admitting for the women. We like when y'all are in y'all element and y'all are making, like, every woman wants a man that's going to be making the move. We want that. We want him to be definitive and sure about where he's going. That's why they checking for your money, because your money's going to kind of tell them, like, this is what you've been doing before I got here. Right? So he said, no apologies needed. It's cool. Thank you. It's Friday, so baby boy is going to interrupt. I'm still a mama, y'all. All right. So, yep, that's it. So I explained that. Okay, cool. So let's get into it. Let's get into this. We ain't going to take too much time. Oh, this looks good. All right. I get excited. I told y'all I get excited about these things. The smallest things make me happy. I'm so easy. I still feel offended when somebody's like, because you're easy to please. I like that. I was like, no, I'm difficult. I want to be difficult. Nobody want to hear that as a woman. All right, let's see what we got here. I have to, hold on. There we go.
Owens is that while people are talking about assault charges or taking away his Grammy, what we should actually just be doing is pitying Will Smith. Why is that? Because Will has been going through decades of emasculinization from his wife, Jada, and she's done it in an extremely sinister way. One of the ways that she did it was constantly compare him to her real first choice, which was Tupac. Now, y'all remember this note right here? This note was written by Willow. Let's read. Dear Tupac, I know you are alive someplace. I think that my mommy really misses you.
Trauma.
Can you please come back? Can you come back so mommy can be happy? I wish you were here.
He said, great topic.
I really do love Willow. Let me ask you something. What type of demon witch infuses the ideas of her former relationship into her mind to not only emasculate the father, but then to demonstrate that her father was never good enough for her to begin with?
First, let me stop you. Wait. Ty says, great topic again. Thank you. Thank you so much for joining us today, too. So we're talking about emasculate. He's a little rough, y'all. That's what I'm trying to say. But when somebody's actually speaking the truth, I could take my personal feelings out of it about that person. That's what I have learned. Take your personal feelings. I have learned so much from people I don't really like who they are, but when they're spitting facts, I learn. So he may not say everything the way you agree to it. Neither will Candace Owens. I'm already prepping you for her because I know she might trigger a lot of y'all. But I agree. Facts are facts.
Willa wasn't even alive when Tupac was alive. So how does she even know about Tupac unless Jada explicitly told her?
Of the love Jada had for Tupac. Oh fuck yeah! Oh my god, that dude. Let me and you know that was in the early days. I was the soft rapper from Philly, and he was.
So he's talking about. It's like he's playing on. They ask you were you jealous of like what Tupac and Jada have, and this was playing. This how he got her, or what happened in the beginning is still affecting them now. She's still traumatized by losing Tupac. She got her daughter involved that she had with another man. And you talk about emasculating a man. Emasculating can be you're just undercutting what he does. Now I'm going to be very honest with you. I had to go. That's why I like the show, because I'm like, yo, what did I say about y'all daddy today? What did I say about y'all daddy, huh? I heard some stuff. I was like, I'll say that stuff. My bad. I apologize. And I go back and I try to say some good stuff because you don't want them to feel a certain type of way about their dad. You know what I mean? I was about to get a booty. I'm trying to get the phone. All right. So absolutely. So you have to be careful when you have children. She said, please let this be a joke. What's the joke? Yeah, so they're saying yeah. What's the joke? That's how they feel about it. All right, and when she say feel bad and pity him, it's because I said what I said about the narcissistic traits. When you have somebody always embarrassing you, when you have a story, everybody's seeing your reaction, but they're not seeing the backstory. That's where we cannot just judge the situation based off of what you saw. You got to go back to the history of everything. If somebody just came in, I never heard of Jada Pinkett Smith, I never heard of Will Smith, I never heard of Chris Rock, and they look at it, it's one thing. But if you know the whole backstory of it, you'll be like, yo, what's going on? Then when you start thinking more deeply into some things and how maybe you got into something before and nobody knew why you reacted that way. Have you ever, that time was like this time? If you ever had a time where you reacted and everybody judged you on your reaction, give me my phone. Give me my phone. If everybody judged you on your reaction and not the backstory or how whatever happened, that beef with you and such, right? If they only judging your reaction, they will miss a lot of it. You got to know the backstory before you go ahead and judge. I think that him smacking him at work, I told you from the beginning, that's wrong. You're crossing the line. But you also have to understand all the psychology that's going on behind the things that we do. If we start understanding the psychology of it all, I'm not a therapist. If we start understanding the psychology of it all, then we'll be like, dang, like, bro, you need to go. Run now.
Right. Deeply insecure.
Oh, okay, I got you.
And just I wasn't man enough to handle that.
We got a little delay. And Keisha says, Please let the letter from Willow be a joke. Nope, it's real. It's not only is it real, it's in her handwriting like a little kid. Like she was younger than what she was right now. Crazy, right? Oh my gosh. But shout out to me for having a reaction on a reaction video. I always want to do that. I was like, why is there 4 people on the screen? How many reactions can we do? This is my world now, y'all. Okay. All right, here we go.
Now, here's what's odd about the clip. When Chris Rock first makes the joke, Will laughs, meaning that he takes the joke as it was intended, lightly. But then he looks over and he sees that his wife does not find the joke funny, and he immediately goes from an amused attendee to a thug life husband defending the honor of his wife's hair.
Now, Candace's word choice there is actually brilliant, because what does she say? Thug life. What was tattooed on the stomach of Tupac? Thug life. Will getting up on that stage and slapping Chris in his mind is what Tupac thug life would have done if someone was to disrespect his woman. Pay attention, because I hope that you're listening.
Husband defending.
So for everybody that's like, oh, he's defending his wife, there's another part to it where I, in the past, have protected the men around me by not making him attack that guy. I never wanted to be that girl like, oh, you know how many, we in Philly, right? Come on, let's be real. And West Philly, when the guys really be breaking down what happened, it was always fighting about a girl. Give me the phone. Did you want to act up? Give me the phone. They always fighting about some girl that went and got her brothers unnecessarily. She could have been wrong. Y'all see how we could act? She could have been wrong. She just didn't like something, and then boom. Now people dead. Now we're going to funerals over this. So I was like, I was never going to do that. So there was I call it Snowgate. I told y'all the story before. The ball hit me with a snowball. I punched him in the face because I felt like I was punching the face. I was being emotional. I punched him. He punched me back. I said, never again will I hit a man. I learned my lesson. Now he want to be a monkey jumping off the bed, y'all. So anyway, I could have gotten my the person that I was with to be like, yo, you need to go handle that, because not only did he grab my butt the other day, now he hit me with a snowball. But then when I look back and I was like, Ruth, he just like you. I can't complain. You can't. Women never complain to men about in front of another man. They're gonna be on the same side. I was like, people just act all funny. They was like, but they just like you. I was like, well, maybe that guy just like me too. But I didn't get sick on him. I was like, bro, you 18. I've always been older, except for once. I said, bro, you 18. You gonna go to jail for this. You can't be hitting a minor. And so ever since then, I was like, I can handle my own battles. Unless this man, if I was wrong, then I don't feel like you should jump in for me. But if I'm right and he hit me out of nowhere, okay, yeah, now go defend my honor. But these were words. Ty says the entertainers we follow are strangers to us. We only know of them, of their past entertainments, which is not who they are. When they actually show their true selves, then we are surprised. Like yesterday, everyone has a character, and character rules all for both men and women. So nothing really surprises me what people do, because people really don't know. Exactly. It's almost like when he went emotional on Chris, it was like he got labeled a bad name. He looked like he was being controlled. And that's why it's like he doesn't necessarily have to be controlled by her, but he allows his emotions to be so attached to her, where it's like, I'm going to put aside being the man and being controlled and in my emotions to be emotional just to defend your honor. This is the part we're not getting sometimes. It's like, okay, defend her honor if he was trying to hurt her or beat her up, or, you know what I mean, defend her then. But with just words, only words were warranted. The judge is going to say, don't bring a knife to a gunfight. But y'all always want to be on the that's my family and that's my loyalty is this and that. But right is right is right and wrong is wrong. When are we going to get back to there? That's all I want to know. Right is right and wrong is wrong is not a thing no more. It's about who you with and who you representing now. Yep. Keisha says, must be very hard for Will to compete with a man that is now deceased. Wow, that is deceased. Yep. How you gonna compete with a guy that's like this? There's a couple people I passed on in this dating process. The men that was like, I'm a widow and I hope you know I'm gonna always love my wife. And I'm like, I never said that, but let me pass. Because if I'm supposed to be divorced and I can't bring up my ex, how you just gonna keep having me compete with this other woman? I'm good. I'm okay, sir. It's all right. You can find somebody else. You'll be happy with them. Okay, not me. I'm not the one. So I'm gonna go into a little bit.
In the honor of his wife's hair. So he hops on stage and rather dramatically slaps Chris across the face. Then he returns to his seat and he screams, "Keep my wife's name out your effing mouth."
Oh, snap. Y'all see Candace
with the horror of attendees who were all at once realizing that no. This isn't a joke. He's not kidding around. Internet was under.
Can we get a replay on?
And he screams, "Keep my wife's name out your effing mouth." Much the horror of attendees who were all at once realizing that no. This isn't a joke. He's not kidding around.
She blackly black, right?
Internet was understandably outraged by the act of violence, and making things more awkward, Will Smith subsequently won his first Oscar for his performance in the film King Richard. Now, in the aftermath, there have been calls to have the Oscar award rescinded, regarding which the Academy has not yet made an official decision. There have also, of course, been countless internet jokes.
You know what? I don't know. What do y'all feel about them taking away his Oscar? No. Now I'm clear. I didn't have an opinion about this. I said, don't take away the man Oscar. Don't take away his Oscar. That ain't right. But you know what? If they take away his Oscar, oh well. Oh well. I said it. It is what it is. I said what I said. Oh well. Right? Because if you did not think in your mind in that moment, this is how people kill people. Y'all ain't see How to Get Away with Murder. This is how people kill people, right? You going out of a crime of passion. You can't control your emotion. And you already sized them up. Like I'm definitely could take them, because if it was Rock, who you talking to on the phone? Don't call nobody, baby. He's over here texting people. Sorry, y'all. Right? If it was The Rock, if it was Aquaman, then he would not be like, oh, I'm y'all saw the memes. He would have sat back like, ha, good joke. Jada, you crazy. Okay? So he didn't process all of those things. And when you're being emotional, you have to deal with the consequences of not being logical in that moment. So if they take it, they take it. It's just what it is. At first I was like, nah, I don't take it. No, let the black man live. You know what I mean? I'm sure they won't. I hope they won't. But if they take it, maybe he'll learn his lesson on, like, you know what? This is costing me too much. When a relationship is costing you too much, these people need therapy, and we don't know them, but their stuff is like splattered everywhere. When you're dealing with somebody that will put their, I don't know, the Kardashian thing or the Smith thing or whatever, you put in your business. You're even if that your daughter wrote you that little letter, why would I post that? Why would that be in the news? Why would that be in the media? Why are you saying that it's so hard to keep up your sex life? This is the same woman saying that. It's like you don't care because you're running things over there. And this is why men don't act that way. They go from beta to alpha to sigma, whatever, because they like, if you keep going by what she says, you're going to get yourself in trouble. That's the whole purpose of hooking up with a man and partnering up with a man, to keep us out of trouble. I told you, If I would have went with what my girls are saying, yo, we'd be on the court, we'd be on the curb. Child, we go with what feels good. But to have that logical mindset, to have that person that's a sounding board, to have that person say that's not a good idea, and she couldn't be that back for him, like, no, Will, don't go. Don't do that. It's cool. We'll handle this after. Right then and there. But I don't like how they say that she forced him. She didn't force him. He is choosing to relinquish his power as a man. He needs to take accountability in that as well. All right, Ty says, but society has made us all competitive in relationships because of the insecurities that causes in relationships. Right. So society is telling us that we need to be, here's the thing. Oh man, now that it hit me. Anything you can do, I can do better. I can do anything better than you. No, you can't. Yes, I can. No, you can't. Yes, I can. No, you can't. No, you can't. When I was a little kid, that song used to play in my mind. I used to always try to compete with the men, right? I told you to the point where I fell off the monkey bars. Monkey gate. Monkey bar gate. I fell off the monkey bar. They tried to tell your girl that she couldn't climb on top of the monkey bar. I was like, I did it yesterday. What are you talking about? I try to prove it. I end up with a twisted ankle, a cast, being called Grandma Ruth, all of that stuff because I was trying to prove myself. So women, we have it in us to compete with our men, and men have to remind us we're on the same team. Don't try to compete with me. We might not be in the same place. Maybe that's the dynamic that they have. Like he's such a star, and I don't like looking at the levels, but it's real. And she's like, well, at least I got him wrapped around my finger. You know, he doing that happy wife, happy life thing. And now, oh, we're in the season of healing. I ain't want to go and criticize these people today. Y'all messing with me. Remember, blacks were never allowed to the Oscars because they thought we were never worthy of it. With that being understood, doing anything besides being there for the show will cause backlash. So there's layers to everything. On one hand, it's always that don't do that in front of the company. On the other hand, it's F the company, right? But on the third hand, it's like, this is the Oscars. This is prestige. Until we get our own stuff, we always going to worry about how we look about these things. But when you're emotional, none of that stuff matters. You just acting off of your emotions. So trust me. I know what it's like to act out of my emotions. I know what it's like to balance the two, and it's just a whole thing. But yeah, I don't think it's fair to compare him to Tupac forever. If she want that, then she just needs to go heal from her trauma and really reevaluate being with him. If you don't want to be with him, don't try to change a man. That was the whole point of the show. Don't try to change him. Don't try to control him. Don't try to get him to do whatever you want. Of course I want my way. But I didn't link up with you because if I want my way, I'll be by myself. But if you have a better way, if the both of us could come up with a good way, then I think that is worth the time and the effort and the energy to put into a relationship so the both of us, we can decide together what we do. But not one person pulling strings. I'm not for the one person thing. That's the whole point of relationships. Any last words? Guys, don't forget we're selling. We are in Delaware, Pennsylvania. If you want to buy a home, let us know. 267-259-4639. And if you are looking to enhance your credit, boost your credit up, we actually have a giveaway that's going in. Listen, I'm gonna let y'all do this until 3:00. If you go and follow us, like us, and comment and share this post, if you're subscribed to our YouTube channel, then you can enter to get $300 worth of credit services so you can boost your credit up. Thank you so much for watching Ruth and Relationships. Ruth and Relationships. Tell me, can you handle it? It's the Ruth and Relationship Show. Bye. See you Monday.